She's a respected actor on a critically acclaimed television series who considers fame a four-letter word. Holly Williams has a Sunday profile of Claire Danes.
You've spent a lot of your life, on a film set. You were a child actor. That must be really weird.
It's not weird for me because it's been my whole life.
No! No!
Claire Danes has been a working actor for 3 decades, known for performances that hold nothing back.
Are those classified documents?
For 8 seasons, she's channeled the brilliant but troubled Carrie Mathison on the series Homeland.
It's very important. It is very meaningful.
I want to read you something. It's from a review of Homeland. Claire Danes' chin does something remarkable when her face shows emotion. Her eyes bulge and dart. She's almost dancing, and you worry her energy might blow a fuse in the camera. Do you recognize yourself in that description?
Yeah, my face is quite rubbery or something. My face just is really expressive, and thank goodness, because I do my work with it, but it betrays a lot, and that can be a real liability in life, but it does serve me as an actor.
With what she calls her rubbery face, Danes has taken on unorthodox, unglamorous roles that other actors might shy away from.
Don't be silly.
I knew I was different, but not less.
An autistic scientist
I could see
in
the
Temple
world in a
Grandin.
new way. I could see details that other people were blind to.
Why don't you love me?
The clinically depressed Mirabelle in Shop Girl.
Are you just biding your time with me? We gotta hop too. We gotta haul ass.
And the defining role of Carrie Mathison, a CIA agent struggling with bipolar disorder.
Are methodical, meaningful, momentous, and monstrous.
Okay, I'm gonna get you a bit more Ativan to settle you down.
I don't need to settle down. Tell him. I'll tell him.
To play a character.
We visited Danes in Morocco last summer
Set, makeup,
Action.
as she filmed Homeland's final season. The show has kept pace with current events,
This ending of a war. The longest in our history.
sometimes eerily seeming to predict them. Danes has won 2 Emmys and 2 Golden Globes playing Carrie.
And cut. Print that. That was fantastic.
But Homeland director Leslie Linker Glatter told us it's a risky role. A female lead who's damaged and flawed, but still heroic.
I think it was a brave choice, but it's also an exciting choice. How many characters are as rich as this for women that are on TV or films? I think it's a role that doesn't come around that often. And she sure jumped into it.
It's been great for me as an actress because so often, especially coming out of my 20s, I was playing ingenues or characters who were completely defined by their romantic experience or the guy.
I'm in love. His name is Jordan Catalano. He was left back twice.
Danes was just 14 when she was cast in her first leading role as the angsty teenager Angela in My So-Called Life.
Because he doesn't want people to, know about it.
The series only lasted a season, but it still has a cult following. By the time she was 16, Danes was starring opposite Leonardo DiCaprio in a Romeo and Juliet thick with sexual tension.
My pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Danes looked poised to follow the typical trajectory of a young Hollywood starlet, but instead made different choices.
You famously turned down some parts in movies that turned out to be pretty big. Titanic, for one.
Yeah.
Why?
The Titanic specifically, I had just finished filming Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio. It was another romantic epic. It was just so identical to this last thing that I had just done. And yeah, it just wasn't right for me in that moment.
Do you regret it?
No, not at all. It wasn't my destiny. I don't really.
Her destiny was to take a break from show business and enroll at Yale University.
I had been working throughout my entire adolescence, really, and was starting to feel a little like a bonsai tree or something, a little strange.
I mean, literally stunted?
Yeah, in some ways. Just hanging out with kids my own age and learning how to do that was as important as whatever academic thing I was doing, which was also vital.
Danes has always seemed wary of fame, even as a 15-year-old on the cusp of stardom.
So I've had time to adjust the idea of fame. It's a little frightening, but I don't want to be afraid of it, you know.
Fame is funny. It always makes me squeamish talking about it. It just feels inherently embarrassing.
Why?
But
Why is it embarrassing?
I don't know. It just does.
But a career as an actor is something she says she always wanted.
Whose idea was it for you to act?
It was totally my idea. From the age of 5, I was really clear that this was the thing that I wanted to do.
She credits her parents, both artists, for helping her negotiate show business on her own terms. They raised her here in Manhattan's Soho district, back then a bohemian enclave. We took a stroll through the old neighbourhood just weeks before the city went into lockdown.
Because you had to legally prove that you were an artist to live in Soho.
How does one prove that one is an artist?
I don't know, and I think it was easy to cheat. So,
Dane still lives a few blocks from where she grew up and told us she's watching Homeland's final season at home, along with the audience. It all sounds very close to the plan she first laid out as a budding teen star.
I just want to be a sane person. You know, I want to be a person who has a life and who acts.
Is that what's happened? I mean, have you sort of achieved your goal?
A sane person who acts. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm pretty sane. I mean, knock wood, I don't want to tempt fate. This has all gone much better than I had ever imagined or hoped, yeah. So, yeah.